I always had worries about what my future would be. Was I going to be happy? Was I going to be married? Was I going to get out of all the debts that I was in? So even though I thought I was okay, because there was a lot of people around me whose lives were worse than mine, but I always felt there was something missing in my life.
I started becoming a nervous person, being fearful, and within myself I knew this was not right, but at the same time I felt bad luck was following me. And I decided, while reading the Voice newspapers, I've got to get to a church. I need to get to a church that can pray with me and help me to overcome this bad luck.
I had a friend who I had known since I was 12, when I lived in Trinidad, which was for about 5 years. And we got along really well together. We used to go up to all sorts of mischief. And we became very close. When I came back to the UK, she also came back to the UK to study nursing, and she started to tell me about a place that she was attending. When she first told me about it, I didn't quite understand what was going on. She told me, I'm going to take you to this place where they can tell your future and people's lives are being changed. So at that time, I was into tarot cards and things like that. So I like hearing about your future. So I thought that I could go to this place and I would hear all about my future, that they would be able to tell my future, which I thought, great, wonderful. So she invited me and I attended.
I went to the service here. It was just a handful of us, but after the advisor prayed for me, I felt so free, I felt light. I felt as though the yoke that was on my shoulders had been removed. I couldn't wait to go and share my joy with others. I rang my mom, my sister. I told them, you won't believe what happened to me. I rang my dear friends, Kim and her sisters and parents, and I said, you wouldn't believe what happened to me. And I shared it with them. I shared my experience with them. I couldn't wait to go back to this wonderful place on the Sunday. So on the Sunday, Kim and her sisters was a bit interested and a bit nosy at the same time, thinking, what's Hayes talking all about?
And when I got there, it was not what I expected at all. They were telling me my future. They were telling me that my future could be better. I was a bit confused. I was a little bit disappointed because that's not what I wanted. I wanted a quick fix, but I realised it wasn't a quick fix that I needed, that if I did attend this place and I did follow the instructions that I was receiving, that my life could change. And that's what happened. I went, my life changed, and I found something much, much more precious than I could find in tarot cards.
Today, they're here serving God with me. I'm really happy that, they came and the doors have been opened for themselves, their lives have been changed, and it's Kimmy and her sisters and the parents have come, and they are all servants of God today.
And now I have been attending for 20 years this year, and I've been an assistant there for 20 years, and now I know I can look forward to a future which I can be really happy without trying to find happiness through tarot cards and finding people who could tell me what my future is about. I know now that my future will be positive and a happy future because of what I found in the UCKG Health Centre.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's Finding Answers. Tonight's topic is See Your Reality Change. Can you envision your life, the way it is now, actually changing for the good? A lot of people, they can't envision this change. Actually, they think that things will either be the same or even get worse. But to actually think that change in a positive way is possible, they can't fathom that. So on tonight's program, we're going to try to help you realize or understand that change is possible in your life. Reality what you want for your life can actually be real. Let's have a look at this video tonight to explain more about this topic.
Success is replicable and achievable. Do you believe that success is through luck or because of who you know, rather than what you know? Having this mindset can mean that you have lost the enthusiasm and drive to actually make your situation change. We inevitably have biological drives, such as hunger, thirst, and sleep. But what about our psychological drives? The drive reduction theory states that if we are driven to do something, then the action to do so is reinforced. In which case your reality can be like other people's reality, as long as you are driven. But some people lack drive because they may have experienced failure in the past, which then leads to uncertainty about carrying out that behaviour again. Researchers in Sweden have found that our imagination is a very powerful part of our perception of our own reality. They conducted a series of experiments in which sensory information changed and distorted one's perception of another sense. These findings suggest that you can use mindfulness training to enhance your perception of your reality. The power of positive thinking can create change at a neuronal level. The plasticity of your brain can actually change your experiences. So rather than feeling that you have very little control over the way you live your life and your perceptions of your experiences, you can actually use your imagination, change your mindset, and see your reality change.
So actually, it is possible to achieve change in your life, even though you may not think you can actually change your situation. But do you have a power? Whatever you decide to do, it depends on you. Whatever course of action you take, that is up to you. There are some people that don't even know what to do or even have that internal strength to make a decision, let alone a right decision, but they need to believe in themselves. And we believe in you. I believe in you. You know, the other people who present this program, my colleagues, they believe in you. Even the guests whose lives have changed, they believe that you can make it because they've made it themselves. They've learned how to use the power of faith. So if you do want to see your reality change, then stay tuned and watch this program, because our guest tonight, her story is an amazing one. You're going to hear how her situation was, how it was, and how she learned to turn things around through her faith. Her reality, what was going on in her life, changed because she decided to do certain things. So there are some people that think that, you know what, luck is on my side. Or is it what you decide to do? The drive that you have to get up and get things done. What do you think? Is it based on luck, or everything is in your hands? If you'd like to contact us, if you want to give us a call at any time and speak to someone who'll be able to advise you, the number's on the screen now. It's 0207 686 6300. You can email us, email in the program at any time at help@findinganswers.tv. If you want to tweet in any comments, then you can do that on Find Answers TV. So if you just joined us, tonight's topic is seeing your reality change. It is possible for your life to change, that the life you've always wanted, whether it's just a dream that you wanted to achieve, or, you know, something great, spectacular. You want to head in a certain direction, but that dream seems far off. It is possible, all right? So please stay tuned, and after the break, we're going to meet tonight's guest. We'll see you after this.
The Chrissy B Show airs live on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, coming to your homes with entertainment, life issues as well as hard-hitting topics, coupled with friendly and practical advice. I love to look at the happier side of life and believe a person can achieve amazing things when they put their mind to it. The Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life.
They say that home is where the heart is, a place that should be filled with joy, security, happiness and memories. However, sometimes our own blood is the cause of most of our pain. Before you lose hope, try this. Every Thursday, come and pray for your family and receive the guidance and support that could help you all reconnect again. After all, no amount of success can compensate for a broken family.
Welcome back to Finding Answers. If you just tuned in, tonight's topic is See Your Reality Changed. We're going to meet our guest for tonight, someone who thought her future could not be a reality, but in actual fact, she's here to share with us this story. Let's meet her now.
It's pushing me for the rest of the week, so it's like a boost.
Things were really tight.
Today, the way I see myself is completely different.
So joining me tonight is Eduarda Moreno.
Hello.
Welcome to the program.
Hello.
Now, that name, where are you from?
Portugal.
You're from Portugal?
Yes.
Okay. So, you've had probably, you know, in my work as a minister, I've spoken to a lot of people, and most things that you've gone through, have gone through, is what a majority of people go through, and they seem to think that it's normal part of life, but actually it's not normal to go through these things. Mm-hmm. So please tell us, how did things, start to kind of go wrong for you?
Well, basically, if I start thinking back, I think all my life, since my early 18s, goes wrong. I've grown up with my mum without, my dad. My dad died when I was 7. And my mum, she was the one who raised me up. Mm-hmm. And with sacrifice as well. She was a single mum, obviously. And since then it was hard. And I just started realizing that when I got on my teenagers, I felt like I was always very complex. I always had a lot of complexes.
About what?
About my body. I was always found myself ugly. I found myself too skinny. I remember I used to wear tights and then the jeans just to make to see myself in the mirror a bit more fatter. Anyway, a lot of complexes. And where I used to go to the school, because I used to be a bit taller for my age, they used to call me, you know, funny names like Olivia, stuff like that. So, yeah. So but I thought that didn't affect me. I was always a happy child, a happy teenager. It was not that time what actually affect my life. It was on my when I maybe I reached my 18th or 19th.
Right. What happened then?
I had a boyfriend at that time, which is one of the dad of my children, and that's when I start feeling the pain, the responsibility on top of me. The only person I had with me was my mom.
Was that responsibility of looking after a child?
Looking after the child, you know, I'm not child anymore. So, I used to go out as well because my mom, she used to help me. But, you know, it's always that pressure. You know, even me, I was not feeling the same way. And then, you know, when I start thinking to come off, the life starts getting harder because I had to look for a job, you know, start working and, you know, help at home because it was just my mom. My mom, she found her illness very early. So it was me and her.
What did the doctor say about your mom?
My mom, she had angina on her chest. So she couldn't walk too fast. She had to ask to retire too early. So she was a teacher and she, obviously the money was too short because she asked for the pension too early.
Did that mean you had to look after her?
Yeah, well, not that time. She was hiding from me her illness. I just knew about that from my auntie. But after that, I decided I need to change, I need to do something. So that's when I considered to come to London. And that was I was around 23.
What was your reason for coming here?
I was frustrated because I was working in a shop for a long time, which I really enjoyed. I was almost getting a supervisor there. And when I was thinking that's going to happen, they sent home a lot of employees, including me.
Right.
So I was feeling really sad because I was putting everything on top of that. And I was doing, you know, I was working hard. And I never thought no feedback from them, no, you know, good things. So I just lost the job. And straight away I found another one, but it was not what I wanted. I didn't feel motivated. So I started not going, missing, lying, you know, staying in bed, not feeling
So you
the
came
energy.
over, you came over to London
I came,
to look for work,
stability
to a better life?
and study.
Right.
I remember,
Was your intention to go back to Portugal?
No, I
To
wanted.
stay here?
Yes, my intention was because when I came was with my son, and
Right.
when I came by myself. So I said I'm gonna work hard and I'm gonna bring my family here. I don't want to go back,
Include your mum?
including my mom.
Right.
Yeah.
So how did things start to go wrong from here?
From here, goes wrong all over the place, to be honest. Because when I came here, I didn't have a right place to stay. I stayed in my brother's house, but then didn't work really well. Then I stay in because I have 8 brothers and sisters from my dad's side.
Right.
So I stayed in my older sister's house, and then I had a boyfriend that time, and then I got pregnant. So, and then that's when I had to leave. So I left. I stayed in the hostel, they call hostel, and till I had my baby. And yeah, the relationship was like breaking. My daughter, you know, I found cheating, and I
He was cheating on you?
Yeah, he was cheating on me. I was pregnant of 8 months. And that's when I found out, and I just said I had enough, and I'm not gonna, you know, admit no more of this. So I got myself. My daughter was not born at that time, so I was by myself even when my daughter born. Then I received my house, and that's when my mom and my son came.
Right.
to me. But always really hard, because obviously living in benefits in this country is not a really good, not a good scenario you want. I didn't leave my country to come to another country and live like that. You know, my expectations going back to studies, work and things like that, learn the language. I didn't see, you know, everything. I was doing everything wrong.
So though you came to the UK, you eventually brought your mum and your other child over here, but still
didn't work.
You weren't happy inside.
No.
So tell us, how did you feel as a foreigner here?
Really bad. I didn't speak the language. When I tried to speak, you know, I couldn't get what I really, you know, what I want. I was in school for about 2 years, but didn't really actually help me. I don't know, maybe it was me, I don't know. I was feeling always down. I was always putting buts in front of the things I want to realize. So I started going to the college. I found a nanny job, a housekeeper nanny job, and I just put myself again 100% there. I said, Mom, it's a sacrifice, so you help, because you are here, you're gonna help me looking after the children, and I'm going to this person's house, and I'm gonna housekeeping, looking after children and like that. So I stayed there for about 2 years, and what happened was they used to live in Chislehurst and I used to live in East London. So it was like almost 2 hours traveling every day, going and come back. And that was another moment of really sacrifice to get some extra money. I had the extra money, but I was not happy because I couldn't do anything with the money. Apart of putting food in the house, I couldn't stay with my children.
What did this do for your confidence, your esteem? How did you feel?
Well, that time we don't realize, because I'm so focused, so into the work and into getting money to the house, and my focus was I don't want nothing to miss to my mom, because now it's a big responsibility. My mom left everything because of me to stay here.
So you felt like everything was on your shoulders?
On my shoulders all the time. Since I came here, everything was on my shoulders. And then my mom, she got, you know, I left this job eventually because I couldn't do anything. I didn't spend time with my children. The only day I had off was a Sunday, and I was obviously totally dead. And just the days to do shopping and go and stay at home. So no time for the children, my baby. My daughter at that time was a baby. So I was feeling guilty inside. So when the lady, she said that she's looking for someone who needs to drive, and I didn't have my drive license that time. She said if I wanted to do it, and I said no, you know, so maybe it's time for me to leave. And that's what happened. And then I got unemployed. Exactly on the time my mom, she fell sick.
Right.
That's when she got worse from her illness. She couldn't give 1-2 steps. She got tired. She had to use a pill to put under the tongue. You know, basically I had to do everything.
Right.
And it was too hard. I was trying to cover that with too many things.
What do you mean, cover the pain?
Cover the pain and the heaviness on me. You know, I never was that person with problems and tell everyone, or being like a negative person, like from my mouth saying. I was always smiling, hiding my suffering.
But yeah, inside you were really hurting.
I was really hurt.
So you basically kept busy, working, doing things, to kind of hide the pain and show to everyone, I'm coping, everything's okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel, I know it might sound extreme at this point, but did you get depressed or even down suicidal at all?
Well, depression probably it was, you know, because I was always stressed, you know. I can even tell, sometimes I feel that stress, you know, probably from what was left, because I had so many things on top of me. I could say nothing was diagnosed by the doctor, but I was feeling like that. I remember had times not having the energy to lift up from my bed.
Really?
Staying in bed all day. I remember that days. My mom, you know, doing, because she knew I was not okay, she would not even complain. She would manage to look after the children.
Though she was unwell herself.
Yes, yes. And I was not, with no strength. I was in bed, sleeping all morning, or maybe till 3 o'clock in the morning, staying then all night till 3 o'clock in the night, doing nothing, you know, or not even reading, watching TV, maybe on mobile, maybe on the phone, you know, maybe with friends, spending time outside, going out.
Some people would hear this now and say, look, you were lazy.
Yeah, I was feeling like that, like I'm totally lazy. I couldn't have the energy to do anything, but it was not laziness, because every day I would go to bed and I say, tomorrow I'm going to wake up early.
Right.
Tomorrow I'm going to do different.
Yeah.
I'm going to look for a job. I'm going to restart it. And in the morning, I didn't have that energy.
Right.
I was like
something was sapping, taking away your strength.
Yes, I was feeling like maybe more half an hour. Okay, I'm just going to sleep a bit more. And then I really got really irritated. It's someone on that half an hour. I thought I'm going to stay sleeping. Someone comes in and interrupts.
Right. Did you ever go to the doctor for anything?
No. I've been raised up to be a strong person. My mom, she raised me up by herself. I never saw my mom complain about anything. Like I said before, even her illness, she hid it from me.
The thing is, you brought up that way, but you weren't happy. You were unwell. You were sick, right?
Yeah.
But it's like that pride. I don't know if you call it pride or...
Yeah, it's pride. I think it's pride as well, because I remember, because obviously on these specific times, I used to cover my emptiness with the frustrated relationships, you know, and even when I remember I had a boyfriend, I think the problem, it didn't work out with me, because he wants to give me this and he wants to give me that, and I didn't want it. I got offended. I said, no, I don't, who do you think you are? I don't want nothing, you know.
Well, was it because you felt, no, I can achieve this myself, I don't need you? Was it that?
Yes, I never thought he's going to be a man who's going to feed me or feed my children or my mom. Right. I want to do myself.
So probably he was just doing that out of kindness, out of love.
Maybe.
But you took it the wrong way.
Yes,
right?
Always really upset, really nervous, really defensive.
So you were very unhappy in your love life. It affected your relationship as well.
Almost all my life, yes. I never had like...
How did it affect your kids?
It did affect my kids. Looking at them like now, they are very caring children. My son is almost 17 now, and he still wants my cuddles, my kisses, my, he wants care. Yeah. You know, I see the children, the teenagers from his, with his age, all of them, they are too independent.
But back then, when you were going through your illness,
by that time,
how was it then?
My children, I didn't see, the only thing I saw them is I saw them very weak. Anything, my son, he got, you see the weakness I had, I was passing to them.
Yeah.
My son in school, he got bullied. My daughter, she always had a strong character, but she felt, even with her brother, that children, with the other children, she used to hide herself behind the sofa. She would not play. She would only feel comfortable if it's just a family. If a member comes around, it takes really a lot of time for her to get, to let the person know her. And
am I right in assuming your children were like that because of the way you were?
Yeah, definitely.
It affected them, right? What children want is like a strong, positive parent. And if they don't see that in their role model, which should be their parents, it's going to affect them socially, right? And your children grew up probably very shy, not confident. Am I right?
But my daughter, she never had a problem of confidence. She's really strong character, but She always was a nervous girl. That could be because the way I always behave in front of her.
Right. How did you used to behave?
I always really nervous. I got upset really easy. I used to shout. I used to, lose the temper really easy.
Right.
Even with them.
And you saw that now in your daughter.
I see that on her
Right.
while she was growing.
up, yeah.
Even today, she's much more calm. But even today, sometimes I saw, my God, what I have done.
Could you see a change? Could you see your life actually changing? Your reality, because that was your reality, what you're going through. Could you actually see, you know what, I can see myself in a better position than I am now? Could you see that at the time when you're going through all of this?
No, I thought I would never be able to do something to change. I was feeling frustrated. Everything I start to do, I put all my efforts. I would start some of the things I would start, but I never end. I give up. And what always catch me up? Little things. And then I start getting dismotivated. And then I said, you know what, I'm not going no more.
Right.
Sometimes a word from a teacher, sometimes a colleague, sometimes a silly competition, which I could see that a good thing and a thing to motivate me to do even more. I was feeling like, I'm not like that.
Yeah.
If you want to take over, just go over. I just give up.
Right.
And always, in all areas of my life, I used to do like that.
Okay.
And I didn't learn on my life, fight, doesn't matter what. Yeah.
Okay. We're going to stop there. After the break, you're going to find out not only what was the worst moment in Eduarda's life, but how she turned her reality around, how she eventually found change in her life. If you are going through any kind of problem and you can't see a positive future for yourself, then please stay tuned, don't switch over. You're going to hear how Eduarda changed her life around. And the same can happen to you too, no matter how deep, how long this problem has been going on for in your life. All right? We'll see you after this break.
Introducing the Love Therapy website. Love therapy can help you find true love and show couples how to enjoy happiness through a successful relationship. So why not click on the Love Therapy website for dynamic, interesting and useful tips on love. You can watch inspirational videos from happy couples sharing their experiences of maintaining relationship strength and find out when the love therapy meetings are. If you're looking forward to a first date, then the Love Therapy website has 5 tips for that all-important first date. And why not sign up for the Love Therapy newsletter to receive the latest news and events postings? All you need at your fingertips. The Love Therapy website.
Welcome back to Finding Answers. Now, before we go to our street interviews, there are some people that think, or quite a few people think, that to be successful, to make it in life, it depends on luck. How much do you agree with that? And that's actually the question we asked people on the streets of London. So let's have a look at the street interviews now.
Definitely depression is probably number one.
They're arguing and they're talking negatively about each other.
What is more valuable than another? And so
you can have as many friends and families as you want. It just depends.
Is a common regret, like, oh, like I should have like asked that person out, or like.
Hi, I'm Chika here on the streets of London for Finding Answers. Tonight's topic is See Your Reality Change. We're talking about success. We all know it's achievable, but has luck got anything to do with it? I'm going to find out from the general public. Let's see what they say. Do you believe that success is through luck?
Personally, no. I believe God blesses everybody with what they have. Luck is not really a thing I believe in, you know. So yeah.
I don't believe it's through luck, but I think a fair deal of it is through luck. It depends who you are. If you're a lucky person, then your success will be through luck. I mean, I've been quite lucky myself to get the jobs I've got, even though my background's not great. So, I mean, yeah, most of my jobs have been through luck. But yeah, I suppose it's not percentage-wise, but yeah, I do think a fair deal of it is luck. So.
No, I think you can be successful by working hard. But at times I do think you can have some luck that helps you become successful, but I think people can achieve success if they try and work hard enough.
No, I disagree with that one. I think success has a lot to do with hard work and perseverance.
I don't think it's just based on luck. I think it's being at the right place, meeting the right people, having the right situation, and then the luck just kicks in.
Let me change something around now. What if what people term as luck, what if it could be God actually giving you a helping hand, right? Because when they say it's luck, no one can explain why that incident or that situation happened. So what if it was God helping you on your way, showing you, you know what, it's me. Just something to think about, right? Eduarda, welcome back to the program. Now, before you tell us about how your life changed, what was the worst moment in your life for you?
The worst moment of my mom was when my mom, she fell really, really ill. She had, we was actually in holidays and she had the first stroke. And this was in Portugal.
Right.
I had to leave my mom behind because it was near September and we had to go back with the children.
Come back to the UK?
To the UK because of the...
That must have been really hard to do.
Really, really hard. I had to leave my mom with her sisters.
Right. So was she paralyzed?
She was not paralyzed, but she was not authorized to travel because she did affect her speech and her understanding.
Right.
And apparently it didn't blow up, so it was really dangerous if she got into the plane. It could, you know, the vein in the brain. If she got to the plane, apparently it could blow up. So
did anything else happen to her?
yeah, she. I came back to pick her up with the doctor's authorization in December, and she came back to UK with me, and after 2 months she had another stroke with a heart attack.
Really?
Yeah, and that's when she got into hospital, and she had to stay there for quite a long time.
Did you feel that bad luck was on your side?
Yeah, and nothing was going well.
Right.
You know, I was like, what am I doing? What's going to happen now? You know, because I was my mom's and my family pillar, but my mom, she was my pillar as well.
Right.
You know, all the time, every time I'm making a mistake on my life, every time I'm making a bad choice, she always was there for me. So, and when I was there for her, she fell sick, and I didn't know about nothing about her illness, because she was hiding all her life about, you know, what she had. So I had to read to get into it, to find out what it was and how is, you know, what's going to happen to her. And that's when the doctor said she only have 1 year life.
1 year to live?
1 year to live if she doesn't get a heart operation.
Right. Now, tell us then how you found help.
Well, I found help by the time it was last year. Someone told me about the church. Was my boyfriend at that time, but now we're not together no more.
Was he going to church?
No, he used to go to church when he was teenager.
Right.
He left church. He was, you know, not even thinking go back to church. I was together with him about 2 years. And he lives in Portugal, and I was here. And I thought, you know, he could work. I used to travel a couple of times to go and, you know, to be with him, and it didn't work. He was cheating on me for the entire 2 years, basically. When I find out was exactly last year, or when I went to Portugal on summer. And for me, I just wanted to end up everything. But deep inside, looking into myself, looking to my age, looking to what we lived together, I thought, you know, I wish this didn't happen. So when he came to me, asking me to forgiveness and what he could do anything to have me back, just for me to tell him, something crossed to my mind, and I said, for me, only God has the answer. You know, I don't see a way for us to be together. How I'm going to trust on you again?
But he spoke to you about church.
And that's when I decided to speak. He said, I knew already he was in that church. So I decided, okay, if I go back to church, I want to go to the church he knows. Because before we used to talk about going back to church, and he used to say, if I ever go back, I go to this church. So I just said, okay, you know what? Let's go back to church. I know I'm here, you here, I'm in the UK, but let's do this together.
So when he went along, what happened?
I started going by myself because he was there, apparently going as well. And I found a bit, how do I say, reticent. I was not too confident about it, skeptic, let's say. I just went there, but I feel really after insisting going, because for me that was the only way.
Right.
Get close to God, doesn't matter what.
For you to go, you must have seen or heard something there that kind of touched you.
The people inside there always really positive. The positivism I saw and I found and I heard, I wanted to be like them.
Right.
So I said, I need to get this. So I start insisting going. I start going and participating in everything.
Right.
So I start going, and I start feeling happier and happier and happier.
So you were praying? You were going there praying?
Yes.
Did you speak to anyone regarding your problems that you're going through?
I spoke, yeah. I remember that time I was heartbroken, and my bigger issues that particular time was my relationship.
Right.
I didn't want to accept, okay, this is another fail. So I was speaking with someone in the church and a mentor, a minister in the church, and about that, and always I got some advices from them. You know, they show me about, you know, what I told them.
What kind of practical advice did they tell you to do?
To value myself, one of the biggest ones they gave me, and I was trying to understand that, because at the beginning I was like, what do you mean with that? Not asking directly, but at the same time thinking to myself. But then I got the answer. You know, obviously this is not a relationship for you, you know, or, well, I mean, for me, it's not going to take me any further. What I'm doing to myself.
So, am I right in saying that whoever you spoke to didn't say to you to break up, but
no.
First value yourself?
Yes.
You went away, I don't know if you prayed about it, but you started to think about it, ponder, ask questions, but then you came to a realization that this relationship is not a healthy one for me.
Yeah. You know, by praying, that's why I got the answers. I started getting uncover what actually they was telling me, and for me it was like a cover message. The message was there, I was listening, but I was not understanding.
Yeah.
So when I start praying and you know, and seeking God and, you know, just help, make me understand what shall I do and keep going, that's when I start using my faith. That's what basically I start do, and I start getting the answers. I start getting the strength to, you know, to make myself free.
Tell us about your health. When did you see changes in your health?
My biggest change was I was much happier. I had because I think the biggest problem I had in my health was just my stressed life and depression. That was my biggest sickness.
Right. But coming along, you kind of
I started getting much more confident. So obviously I could pass that confidence throughout of my speaking, my walking, my acting, my smiling, my everything.
Right.
You know, so even my mom, my home, my friends, when they pick up the phone, they used to say, "So what are you doing?"
So this is today.
That's today.
So I take it your mum is not dead?
No.
She's alive?
She's alive.
How's her health?
She's much better. That's amazing to say, because when I got into the church, she was not even well. She was like, every day is a day, surviving.
Right.
And today, she's laughing.
Was she going, did you invite her to the church?
She's going with me, yes. Eventually I did invite her. It was the first time I spoke to her about it. She was a bit, no, I don't want to go. I don't have the strength, this and that. Everything was an excuse to not go. And then one of these days, she just decided to come with me. I didn't make any pressure. I just asked her every week. I would ask her, "Mom, do you want to come with me today?" And because I was going as a family, me and my kids, she would kind of felt left out, I think.
Yeah.
And she started coming with me, and she started feeling the difference.
Okay.
You know, in anything, because now she's wants to participate in everything. She smiles before she even claps. I remember this last Sunday she was clapping in the church.
Right.
And I was turning my face to her, and I was so happy because she's actually much bright, healthier, and she has a change. She changed her valve. Obviously, she had the heart operation. And but she's much with the energy. She's amazing.
Tell me something. Final question. How are you now? How's your outlook on life? Because you couldn't see your future. You couldn't see a change in your future. But how is your outlook on life now?
Well, since I started going to the church, I changed everything. Now I've got my car, I've got my business. What I was scared to do, I'm doing. I don't have no scared of work. I still work. I still do my bits and bits I used to do before, which will help me get where I am now. But I'm doing my business. I'm not giving up. You know,
No longer staying in bed until 3 in the
No
afternoon?
longer, no way, no way. Even if I stay till 11 o'clock, I feel back pain. No
so
way.
You're active now?
I'm much more active.
You've got goals for yourself?
Yes, I'm much more calm as well. I speak, I interact with my children.
Right.
I'm happier. My life is completely changed now. I've got motivation to reach further and further and further. I believe in myself now.
Brilliant.
Doesn't matter how old I am. Because before I used to feel really old. Now I don't feel old no more.
Yes.
I look in my future like I've got plenty of things to do still.
I thought you were going to say your age just then, but
I can't
you're not going to reveal it. You don't have to.
Okay. I don't have no complex no more. I used to have.
All right, how old are you then?
36.
Still
37
young.
soon.
All right. So thank you very much for coming and sharing your story with us, all right?
Thank you. A very
now,
pleasure.
if you've been touched by her story, no matter how difficult things are, your life can change. And Eduarda used to think, maybe what you're thinking now, oh, but my life is different. No one's going through what I'm going through. But I tell you, it doesn't matter what you're going through. No, with God, everything is possible. All you need to do is just turn and accept Him. Ask for His help. He'll be there to help you. All right? Now, your life, if you can't see a change, if you can't see a bright future for yourself, then I'll be praying for you now. We're not going to go for a break. We're going to go for the prayer. So get your glass of water ready. And Eduarda is proof, no matter what she's gone through, not just her children have changed, her mum hasn't died, as the doctor said, but because of the power of prayer, using her faith, the family, not just Eduarda, but the family have changed. So your life can change, but it has to start with you making a decision. So get your glass of water ready now, because it's time for prayer.
Prepare now for the moment of prayer. If you would like us to make a prayer concerning your family and loved ones, send your name and prayer request to help@findinganswers.tv.
My Lord and my God, in the name of Jesus Christ, I pray, as we always do, for the viewers, my Lord. And I believe that we have viewers who have switched over, flicking the channels, and they stopped and they heard what was being said. And some, not everyone, but maybe some, could identify with Eduarda's story. And my God, maybe now they are tuning in for the prayer. I pray, my Father, that you will touch this person. Because I believe it wasn't a coincidence. It wasn't luck that this person just happened to be flicking the channels. It wasn't luck that this person, who is a regular viewer to this program, heard this story and can identify with it. It wasn't luck. You have guided them to hear this message, to hear this success story of another person who's been helped by the power of faith. And that's what we use here. We are using faith, my God, because that is what pleases you. So, my Lord, it's not a matter of who they know or how much they know. They can know very little. But if they use that little, they use their little faith that they have, this person says they have, they can please you. It's enough for you to start your work in their lives. So I pray for this person who maybe is bedridden, who doesn't have energy to get up. They've lost their goals. They've lost any will to live. Maybe this person had an injury, a health issue, and now they're bedridden. They can't get up. Their body has been racked with pain. this person feels helpless. Maybe this person's in a wheelchair, my God, and they feel hopeless. This person doesn't even want to be alive because they feel like a burden to their family. Father, help this person now. I use my faith and I bless this glass of water. And if you believe, if you have any pain in your body, get this glass of water now. Or get a glass of water and I determine it blessed. And by faith, you will drink it. Or you will use some of this water and put it where the pain is in your body. That's what faith is. If that tablet or medication hasn't helped you, use this glass of water by faith. Drink it and be renewed. Drink it and tonight sleep well. Sleep in peace. Whatever was disturbing you, taking away your peace, clouding your judgment, blinding you, not allowing you to see a bright future. So, my God, remove this heaviness from this person's mind. Remove this pain from their heart and help them to start again. Help them, my God, to have renewed energy to go and achieve whatever they want. This is what I pray in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Drink this water now and be renewed. Receive the miracle from God in Jesus' name. Another success story here tonight, and I hope that this has touched some of you. I know it has. So keep on believing, all right? Don't give up. God is there for you. And remember, your reality can change. Till the next time, have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.